Horses are some of the most poorly designed creatures in the world. Now, I get that horses are designed for one thing and one thing only, but it doesn't prevent me from having opinions about them. People like to say humans are designed poorly, with our aching backs and proclivity to falling down in unusual places. But no, if you want to see an example of unintentional, unintelligent design, look at the horse. Look at the anatomy of a horse. Round belly, long legs. Horses have nails for feet, which is good if you know how to use them. Horses use them to run away from danger, but they can often get tripped up in them and fall to the ground, immediately ending in fatalities. Horses don't heal broken legs like the rest of us do. They sleep standing up, and they can't balance an olive tree effectively without developing laminitis and having joint problems. You ever see this TikTok all the tree-legged horses? Yeah, despite having prosthetics, those horses are still suffering. It's almost impossible to have a horse heal without running into additional problems, and that's why they're often put to sleep. And yeah, let's talk about sleep. Horses can't sleep fully standing up. They have to be lying down to get that really deep sleep, REM sleep. If they lie down too long, their organs end up crushed under all that weight, so they can only do it for about 2 hours at a time. It's why horses that end up stuck in uncomfortable positions, like stuck in ponds or wells, have to be put down they're there for too long. They start to crush their own organs, and even if they come out, there's no guarantees they'll recover. Speaking of organs, let's talk about colic. Colic is general abdominal discomfort. Human babies get it, but so do horses. Colic in a horse can lead to a lack of appetite and signs of pain in the animal, and usually is treated through exercise or medical interventions. Horses get colic so easily. I used to read a book series called The Pony Pals, and almost every other book, someone was treating their horse for colic with a warm mash. I've never heard of any other animal consistently needing porridge to help their tummy aches. And if you think your horse will just throw up and feel better, wrong. Horses can't throw up. If they eat anything indigestible, it's staying there until someone cuts it out of them. On Reddit, a person's horses died after ingesting bags of dog feces thrown into their yard. Horses can't throw it up, so it's essentially a death sentence. Think it'd be fun to own a mare? They often suffer from the same reproductive issues as human women, so sometimes when they're misbehaving, they're actually suffering from things like PCOS or endometriosis and are in extreme pain. A horse's kidneys are located at the back of his back, so anytime you jump up on there and they're having reproductive or kidney issues, you're causing them pain. They're also very sensitive to pain. Beating them with a whip or flies biting them hurts more for them than it does for you. Horses have thin skin, meaning that a fly bite is magnified to a horse. And this isn't even getting into all the problems caused by horses being owned by humans. To board a horse for 1 month can put you in the thousands if you're paying for food, medical care, turnout, and more. Good tack can cost more, so if you want to own a horse, be prepared to shell out thousands of dollars for it, even if you have your own place to store the thing. This isn't even factoring in your medical bills. Over 100,000 people get injured every year from horses, and while a significant portion of those come from falling off the horse, there are plenty more that come from just existing near a horse. Mares will bite people who get too close to their foals, stallions will kick people who they feel is threatening them, and all horses are prone to spooking and running off with their riders, potentially hurting them. Christopher Reeves is infamous for being the guy who fell off a horse and broke his neck, which paralyzed him for life, and Princess Anne's encounter with a horse was so bad that the doctors can only make out that she was hit by hooves and the horse's head, because she doesn't even remember what happened, as if it was some kind of equine alien encounter. Riders are cautioned to never get behind a horse or between the mother and her foal, and are taught how to do an emergency dismount, but people still get injured every year, so ready your insurance if you ever plan to ride a horse. Foot issues. Horses are prone to foot problems, especially if you don't walk them. Leave your horse in the barn all day and his feet will look like this. Hooves can get pebbles and stones in them, leading to foot issues, but a horse also can't walk bare feet on concrete roads without having some pain, so we put horseshoes on them. Horses also need their feet trimmed. In the wild they would have worn them down naturally, but since they're with us, they often need help from a skilled farrier. Think you have it bad during allergy season? Domestic horses can be prone to hay fever, leading to coughing and sneezing. Food allergies to soy and barley are also pretty common, and some equines can suffer from heat rashes that leave their skin a mess and their hair falling out. Horses with medical issues like these require special care, so be prepared to keep track of pollen counts and put horses out only in the evenings. Horses are a luxury animal, not a standard pet. The amount of money you have to spend on them makes them unfeasible for anyone who isn't a little millionaire. With the invention of the car, people immediately switched from using horses to driving in Ford T's, and yeah, I can see why. In the 1900s, the French thought we'd be rid of horses and stop using them as transportation, and I can totally understand that. Once you become familiar with a horse, you realize you're riding a panicky animal that's held together with the evolutionarily equivalent of duct tape and paper clips. And you start to understand why we moved away from that. Now, I've been riding on horses for a while now, but they're really good animals if you know how to handle them. This isn't to discourage people who really want to ride a horse, and they do have positive traits and qualities. It's just that, in my opinion, they're designed really poorly. If you love horses because they're a beautiful, strong, and gentle, graceful animal, that's great. If you love them because you think they're one of the best animals evolutionarily, I have my skepticism. We'll just say that.